Hello. Hello, hello. The stream chat viewer is working for Twitch, but it's not showing everybody. Is it supposed to show everybody? There we go. Work properly. Authenticate. Awesome. Alright. Hello, both Twitch and YouTube. Sorry I wasn't back sooner. I've become very obsessed with researching this game. I have so much. I know I complained a lot about how I've been playing it so much, but now I want to play it again. I have a problem. I have a problem. I'm so into this. There's so much cool shit. I'm just really into it. I really want to play it again. I don't know what's happening right now. My PlayStation's mad at me. Maybe it's updating? I don't know. Oh, okay. It stopped doing whatever it was doing. Yay! Wow, happy birthday! I turned 33 like 2 weeks ago. January birthday! High five. Hello and welcome and thank you for joining us. We have one playthrough to go to get the endings, the 4 like story-themed endings. I have a save set pretty late in the game, so we should be able to just hop in and do it. And if we put the game on easy mode, we should really just be able to, like, power through. Thank you! And I think that might be what we do just so that I can, like, have the full story mode, and then I may want to go back and do, like, a hard mode just on my own. Casual. Story. Oh no, this isn't what I want, right? I need to load. Okay. Where did I need to start? Shit. I thought it was in the forest, but I don't see a forest save through. I see a after the whatever playthrough. I'd hate to like play it and then, oh no. Do I not have the save that I need? Oh no, I think Lobsil would know. I don't know that this is the right save. Oh no! We might have to play the whole game over again. New Game Plus, Shrine Path, Proceed. That's like early. No! No! Yes. I think it's because he must want into my room and the door's closed. I will let him in. Bye. Bobbert! 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 Come here, kitty kitty. Alright, Bob. You hungry? You want foods, Bob? You can have some foods. You can have some foods. There you go, Bob. I guess we'll just have to play the game again. I was just talking about wanting to play it again, but I really wanted to, like, get to the ending. I wanted to have all the endings and then play the game again, but alas, I guess that's not how we're doing this. Because I'd really hate to, like, pull up this save and then just end up having to redo it again anyway. Alright, so we got our fully unlocked thing. We're gonna do casual. Have I done Lost in the Fog yet? Can we see Bob? When he's done eating, I can show you. He'll sit down at some point. Got a pinwheel, a yo-yo, the doll. I think this has all basically been the same.
ねえねえ、知ってる？ 女の人はお嫁さんになるのが仕事なんだって。
仕事じゃないよ。ひな子はお嫁さんになりたくないの？
でもお父さんに言われるとなりたくなくなる。
宿題と同じだね。
やれって言われるとやる気なくす。
お待たせ。お姉ちゃん。何かいいことでもあった？
昔を思い出してた。お姉ちゃんって小さい頃からずっとお姉ちゃんだったんだなって。
ひな子、私ね。
これお姉ちゃんにあげる。
綺麗だわ。ありがとう。
I think we're gonna have to watch the intro again. I don't think I can skip it. I guess that's fine. Alright, I'm pulling up a list here of collectibles in the game, because if we're replaying from the beginning, we might as well attempt to get all the shit we've missed. Because I know I don't have everything, as far as, like, collectibles and documents. And we are missing a few Emma? I remember we couldn't use all our points last time because I didn't have enough for the prayer things, so since we're doing it again, we shall do our best to get all of the things. Maybe if I refresh this, it'll work properly. What the heck? I added YouTube and now it's like not working. Maybe I have to do it when stream's off. Oh well. Oh wait, maybe the refresh button. Nope, that just, okay. Oh well. I should look up the lyrics to this song too. I'd be curious to know what's going on in the music. I'm really in love with this game. I think it's kind of the same reason I fell in love with Shin Megami Tensei 5, where it is a combination of, it's a lot of lore stuff that I really enjoy. Like, the kind of world building is up my alley in terms of exploring Shinto and Buddhism and religious traditions. And it's a modern game, and I have an easier time playing modern games. Like, SMT5 is way easier than SMT3 or 4. I have more fun playing it. I haven't even finished 1 or 2. Like, I just had a very hard time. And Silent Hill is not quite the same as that, because obviously I've played the old ones a lot. But, I don't know, it's a little more accessible to a certain extent. Compared to, like, Siren. Like, Siren's a world I think I would love exploring, but the gameplay style I cannot do. Yeah, until the next time you get drunk and stupid and bet all the shit. Bastard. Alright. Okay. Collectibles. We got all that. I don't know. Let's see. This is key items. Let me pull up my list. How many key items are there? Okay, well, there's way more than... It's not going to have all the ones that I had last time. Let's see. Documents. We have 69! Nice! And I think it includes all of the... Man, this is going to be hard. How am I going to tell which ones I'm missing unless I just, like, walk through... Man... This is annoying. I really wish games just had, like, checkmark, like, this is item 5, this is item 6, and then I could tell for sure what I'm missing. Letter from the hospital. I don't think I have that. Oh, nope, there it is, right there. Yeah, these are in alphabetical order, not finding in-game order. Is there maybe a website that has them in the right order? Complete checklist. All right. Okay. Hidden Omamori. Yeah, I don't know how many of those we've gotten. Where's the... Here we go. Okay, this separates it up into chapters. Okay. So we're in chapter 1. Alright, set that there. Okay, so in this chapter, we're looking for Aya's letter and the shrine ledger. Do I have those? I would think they would be at the top, right? It doesn't look like I have those. Homestead dining table? Can I go back in here? I'm not doing it. I don't want to. Let's check one more thing. I know there's a website, Silent Hill F item map. I think there's like an interactive... You're not the one I was thinking of. Documents. On a bench outside the house. Potted plants outside the house. Which house? Do you mean this house? Alright, I guess I'm just gonna poke around and try and be very, very attentive, because neither of these guides are very helpful. Like, you gotta organize them in a way that are easy for the actual player to use as they're playing. Oh, hi, Bob! You don't wanna... You wanna leave, don't you? Why don't you want to hang out with us, Bob? If anybody knows the location of something, or like this is not a spoiler-free run. If you see me missing something, shout it out. Because we're gonna try and collect all the things that we're missing this time. I want to get all the shit. We're gonna look everywhere. My journal's been updated. Wait a minute. This is new! According to another legend, once upon a time, a water dragon that resided here spewed poison so people would not approach. Then Inari-sama subdued the dragon and made the land hospitable again. This area also has a surprising number of onsen. There's a research suggesting the tale of the water dragon could be referring to an incident when the onsen water contained noxious gas sprouted out of the ground like a geyser. I feel like this is most likely. Remember we had that radio thing that played and they said, geysers are shooting like... It's, yeah. From the findings of a recent town hall investigation, it was observed the mountains to the north and south of Ibisu-gaoka have a very brittle surface. They declared a landslide could occur at any given time, but residents argued back, saying in the last several hundred years there's been no record of such a disaster. Sakuko says the divine protection of Inari-sama is what's protecting Ibisu-gaoka. I also remember her telling me with a straight face that when the residents no longer believe in Inari-sama, Ibisu-gaoka will return once again to an uninhabitable land. So that must be because we've done the 3 other things. We get that now. Awesome. So, that's all kind of... That's based on some real myths. Like, all the stuff in this game, so far, I found, like, all of it's based on real myths. So it goes back to a story in the Kojiki? Or one of those. The myth of Yamata no Orochi. Big 8-headed dragon. Susanoo's traveling around and hears about this terrible 8-headed dragon that is demanding women. I can't remember if he's demanding them to be his bride. I'm pretty sure he just eats them or something. And this local couple, their daughter's next. And so they're like, please, Susanoo, save our daughter. And he says, all right. Let's get the dragon drunk. And once the dragon has drunk all this wine and it's knocked out, I'll cut the heads off, and that'll be it. And the heads, in some legends, it's said that one of the heads flew off and landed in this mountain region in Gifu, which is where this game's based on. And in one of the notes, it says that exactly, that Orochi, the head, is what landed here. And if you remember all the notes in the other world about the sacrifices, the girls get cut up and wine gets, like, put in their body, so that, like, it's all kind of pulling on the real world lore of defeating the snake with the wine, except it's made into this grotesque, like, ritual. There's some really cool pulls from real world lore outside of the Fox. I keep saying real world lore, which I guess is what religion is, but like Shinto traditions and Buddhist traditions outside of just like the Fox, which is really cool. Like, I knew they were referencing Orochi because it shows up in that note. I didn't actually know that that's really history from Gifu. Like, that's actually probably one of the reasons they picked this region for the game, which is just cool to me. I've been trying to find more about the region to see if there's more, like, little, like, local tales and stuff that might be being referenced in the game, but it's hard to find in English. So far, little luck. Very little luck. I already looked at these. Poor Bob has the sneezies. He's the sneeziest cat. Okay, we've been in this house. This is the house that opens up on your second playthrough, and there's some stuff. What was the stuff? Do I need to get the stuff? Do you think of Hinako as a tomboy? Because I see as feminine. Yeah, so standards of gender between Japan and, say, the West are pretty different. Characters that we would consider very feminine can be considered tomboy in Japan because the standards of femininity are much higher, kind of, like Sailor Moon. I remember reading that Sailor Moon was considered very tomboy-y for Japan. Like, she was a kind of a masculine girl in a certain way. And that is not at all how I remember Americans seeing her. I remember her being, like, because my sister was really into Sailor Moon, like, that was a very girly, feminine thing to be into. And it was kind of like a girly, feminine anime that kind of, for a lot of girls, that was how they got into anime. Whereas, like, the opposite's true in Japan, where she's considered pretty tomboyish. Very, very different standards, just based on, like, how, you know, culturally we're expected to behave and all that jazz. This place still confuses me. This is from Sakuko. What happens if we change the language? I don't know. Maybe we'll learn something. I don't know if that's going to mean anything to me. And I don't know how useful it will be to play in all of Japanese, but I guess we can try. You never know. Okay, I think that was the key to the other room, maybe? No? Aha! Yeah, and then in here I get his, like, note. Otoko no ko no hi ki? Oh my god, did I just read a sentence? I think that's like, boy child's journal. I think I just read a sentence. Oh my god. Oh my god. I know what that one means too. Ha! Yatta. Okay, I don't think there's anything else in here. I can't go out that way. Can I turn it back to English? Yeah, you can change it back anytime. So if we get confused at some point, we can change it back. I just thought it might be good to try and get some comparisons. I already did some of this on my own, like going back and getting some of the notes in Japanese. Some of these notes, like, it's not going to be very different. Really more the, like, ritual notes so far. I've kind of noticed that there's some maybe possible things to learn. Because you get a lot of context when you know the original words for what something was supposed to be, you know? Like, you can just learn a lot more about the intent. For instance, like, if they use a word that has meaning in Buddhist traditions, like, you can learn something from that. But you might not catch that if you just have the English translation, yeah. I guess we really don't have to mess too much with all these items. But we're fine. We're here. We might as well. I thought there was an inventory. I guess maybe I got the inventory boost and then it just carries over, so. How you know if the documents... Hitoki... Damn it, it went away. So fast! Slow down! I only know, like, maybe 100 characters anyway, so I'm not gonna be able to tell shit. Yeah, context tells you a lot. Like, I'm probably not gonna need much of this area at all, but since I'm here, I might take a couple of pictures. We basically know what's going on. And a lot of the little stuff's not gonna, like, reveal, you know, too much. What's interesting to me, I found some, like, translations and some possible, interesting information about most of the characters' names. I cannot find Kodoyuki. I cannot find a dictionary that explains the meaning of the name Kodoyuki, and the spelling of the name Kodoyuki in Japanese is not traditional, as far as I can tell. Like, it seems like an uncommon spelling of the name. No... Nothing else. Nothing I can find. What's the matter, Bob? Point camera at Bob. Or Bob. Bob! Oh my god. What do you need? Oh my god! Okay, buddy. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. You want out? Come on. No, Alfred. It's not dinner time. Actually, it is 5 o'clock. Alright, fine. Come in. All the kiddies can come in and have dinner. Come on, Alfred. It's okay, Bob. Batman. Alright. We're trading cats. Come on, Batman. You can come have dinner. You can suddenly just loudly hear my mother's Korean drama from the other bedroom. Alright. Thank you guys for joining us. Kodoyuki's name is explained in notes. Ooh, is it? Ooh. I remember the symbols on their own seem to mean something like wishing you a good life or something. God, that's fast. Alright, we'll keep going. I feel like I'm not looking for... but I don't think I've seen anything. Are Japanese writing preferred as characters? What do you mean? I don't think anything's going to be different in the 4th playthrough until we get to the house at the end. So we can probably keep it in Japanese for a while. Anything over here? God, this game's so pretty. Oh, thanks for saying hi! Have a good one!
サクコ、どこ行くの？こっち通るの珍しいね。
Oh.
車が道を塞いでてさ。
千鶴や
今は誰かと喋りたくて。
That was different!
私も後から行くね。
That was different! That spelling of Chizuruya was not the same as Chizuruya on the sign. Someone! Screenshot! Someone! Quickly! That Chizuruya was not the same! Because the Chizuruya on the sign is like 5 symbols. So for reading Japanese, there are 3 different like alphabet, not alphabets because it's syllabary, blah, blah, blah. You can just learn the like syllables, but you're gonna lose a lot of context and you may not be able to read like literature and stuff. I've heard some folks will do that, and power to you, do what you want to do. But I definitely don't look at that Genshin Impact. I definitely want to try and be able to read literature, so I'm trying to learn all the things. Am I gonna watch Return to Silent Hill? Eventually, probably. That's the symbol for name! Something name. Missing girl's name, probably. I don't know. I really don't think there's anything... Is it coming out next week? That is wild. I'm really not exactly, like, excited for it. Like, it doesn't look like it's gonna be good. And unfortunately... I don't know. I might be going up to see some friends next month. That might be a fun thing to do with friends. To go see it in theaters. So maybe in February I'll go see that movie in theaters with them. That could actually be a blast. Because I did see, the previous Silent Hill movie in theaters with Marlo. Gotta keep the tradition going. Yeah, see, Chizuruya was 5 symbols up there. I need to remember to go back and look at that. I don't have my notepad.
Sure.
Alfred!
あのさ、
なんか言ってよ。
お前こそなんか言うことはないのかよ。
相棒にないんだったら私にだってない。
お前らしいや。
What, you don't want to snuggle? Snuggle with me.
受け身な生き方なんてお前らしくないぜ。お前が自分で選んだ道なら俺はいつまでも応援するからな。
I'm not playing the game anymore, Alfred is.
シュウ君お待たせ。ひなこもいたんだ。
リンコ。
何の話をしてたの？
Now I have cat hair up my nose.
大した話は。
I definitely need to brush you.
誰かとおしゃべりしたい気持ちだったんだって。
気が紛れたよ。
それはよかった。お役に立てて光栄の極み。会えると分かってたら借りてた雑誌持ってくればよかった。
ああ、貸したままでいいよ。リンコに貸した時
Hey,
点で
they're all teasing each other about that magazine and the money. And then we're gonna get attacked by the monsters, right?
サクコだってひなこから何か借りてるんじゃないの？私なんかあったかな？ねえひなこ、じゃあ私が借りてる500円も返さなくていいよね。サクコ利子つけて返すとか言ってなかった？言ってないよ。証文あんなら出してみろ。いいこと聞いた。これからはサクコに貸すとき消しゴムであっても証文書かせるから。そんな意地悪言わないでよ。
Listening to OG dubs a bit better. I think it's different for different things. I like both. For, movies, games, anime, I like listening to subs and dubs. It depends on my mood and, like, what I'm doing that day. And there are certain things that, like, I grew up with that I cannot even do the sub because the dub is just it for me. Like Naruto, I spent too much of my childhood with those characters. They have to sound the way they're supposed to sound, or they're wrong. Alright. Run for your life! Actually, what happens if I just get caught here? Okay, it's just gonna be the same animation. I was kind of hoping for a unique animation. Like, I was hoping the lady would just grab me. Yeah, it is her future wedding self. Okay. Yameru? I think that means stop? Maybe? Keru? Something? We will do this. I'm guessing it's the right choice. It is! Keep running! Which is the run button? Run for it! Man, the aesthetic of this game. I don't think I'm ever going to be tired of this video game. It has definitely achieved what the original Silent Hills achieved for me, which was obsessive devotion. I don't think Silent Hill 2 Remake quite got me there, simply because it was a retread of somewhere I'd already been. Like, I was already, like, into it because it is Silent Hill 2, but, like, it's just not going to be quite the same experience. I've run into a dead end. I'm boned. Damn it! What's the thing in the death screen? It's Dead Bird, because our name is Baby Bird, and our whole theme is bird. Which, interesting enough, the very first version of Inari in mythology as an animal was not the fox, it was a white bird, which is her symbol. Very, very rare, like, one story thousands of years ago, but it's the explanation for how the very, like, first Inari shrine came to be. I think it's Inari Fushimi Shrine? A white bird. Is this the... Nope, that was a trick. That was a trick. I'm fucking dead again! I've played this game, like, 3 times now! I should know all this shit! Yeah, I mean, obviously birds are very good for stories about imprisonment and wanting freedom, like, obvious symbol. But I kind of wonder if that small connection to Inari and fox mythology isn't part of why she is a white bird. And at one point, in the Japanese language, the symbol's used, it's just bird, but at another time, it's sparrow, which seems to maybe have some specific, like, folktales and stuff attached to it. So, I'm still looking into bird lore. Burb. Oh yeah, right, that's right. Like, there's just so much going on in this game. And a lot of it is kind of stuff that on surface level you could kind of see coming. Like, if you knew anime or anything, you know kind of the reputation of the fox. There's just a lot more in-depth to explore, like, deeper... Like, the well is very deep once you dive in. There are multiple, like, novel-length texts talking about the research into fox lore that I have been reading. They're very good. Unfortunately, there's more of them about Chinese fox lore than Japanese specifically, but I think I found a decent enough amount that I can do something with. I'm just trying to decide if I'm gonna, like... I don't know. I'm tempted to make a really large, just, like, all Japanese myth in Silent Hill F video, like, 2 hours long, or maybe I should, like, do another kind of theme thing. I don't know. It'll probably be based on what I finish first, what I find. There's a lot of info about, some of the way they talk about tools in this game. There's some actual mythology to that, too, which is really neat. There's just so much going on, it's so cool. I probably will have one that's just about foxes and Inari, because it's becoming very long. It's like 8 pages today. And typically, historically, like 10 pages ends up being about an hour or 45 minutes-ish. Oh no, I'm injured! Oh no!
週にもらっててよかった。
Oh right, he gave me medicine. But I can't use medicine! No, that's the bad medicine. This is good medicine. We want to use that one. And then we go to inventory. Shit. Fuck. How do I throw it away? How do I throw it away and not use it? Oh no! I think it's square. What kind of reputation do foxes have? So fox mythology is very heavily, the closest comparison in English is the vampire. They are often called vampiric. They feed on humans, mostly human men, and usually sexually. They are tricksters that pretend to be women to seduce men. If they're not that, then at the very least they are often tricksters. They weave illusions. They pretend to be people, but they're not. You think about, like, in anime, Shippo from Inuyasha is probably the most, like, traditional fox in anime that I can think of right now. Because Kurama's a fox. But I don't know that he necessarily does a lot of normal fox things. Kurama from Yu Yu Hakusho. He's mostly there to be pretty and very smart and also the best character in that show. I guess in the past he was a fox bandit. And he's reborn as a human. He's pretending to be a human. That makes sense. Okay, so there's some stuff going on there. And then Naruto is obviously, like, he has the fox, the nine-tailed fox inside him. But that fox is more like a destructive force of nature. It's not like a seductive thing. I think Kami-sama Kiss is a shoujo anime that has a romance with a fox. But I don't remember much beyond it being... I don't think there was much about, like, fox, like, trickery and illusions and stuff. He was a beautiful Bishonen boy. And I think that was majorly, like, his thing was being a beautiful Bishonen boy. Those are the only foxes I can think of right now. Like, Shippo's the one. He's a trickster. He transforms into things. He pulls pranks. He doesn't seduce anyone because he's like a 5-year-old child, but you know. I'm sure there are seductive foxes out there in anime and stuff somewhere. Hi! Oh, shit. I'm on easy mode. You should be nice to me. Ow! So mean. Oops. Did I get ya? Awesome. Bye! Alright. Seriously, so far, no sign of things I've missed. I have a bad feeling I'm gonna miss them all again. I don't know. Where have I not poked around? Maybe after stream, I'm gonna have to, like, go and deep dive into locations I haven't looked at or something. Oh, no, that's a pill. Don't want that. I think there's something back there, but I think I already got it. Yeah, back here's where that radio for the alien ending is. We don't want to go that way, because we're not trying to get the alien ending currently. And then this has a note about the doctors, I think. Something over here? No? I wonder if maybe there's something in a later part of the game that I've just missed. Because I feel like I've explored the beginning so much. I did not mean to pick that up. I really don't like that there's a noose there. Someone's hung some clothes up, and also there's a noose. Is the brightness... Okay. Is this... English real quick. Graphics. Brightness settings. We are like the most brightness and the most... Yeah, I can't change it anymore. That's crazy. Alright, let's go into my items. Discard a square. Confirm. Awesome. We're just gonna put the language back. Why not? That is seriously a noose. This is a very, very long rope with the noose at the end, and then somebody's clothes. And then there was like a note from a doctor here, I think. And wasn't that doctor's house, like, torn up, bloodied up? Did he maybe, like, run and hide and stay here for a little while, and then just, like, I have no hope, I can't get it, I'm just gonna mark myself. I'm just gonna unalive myself. Hello? Speaking of unaliving. Bye! Okay. Did I go this way? Yeah, that's where I came from. I really don't think there's anything else around here to find. Where are these things that I'm missing? I actually don't remember. I think that the game has, like, somebody said, like, 90 notes or something? But I don't know if that includes, like, multiples. Because there's many different, you know... Oh, shoot. Like, when you look in here... Where's the... Get rid of that. You go here. Here we go. So, like, we go here, and there's this, and it's one note, but there's 3 pages of it that I think you can find separately. Or at least some of them are like that. And I don't know if the separate pages count as notes towards the whole. I'm a little concerned. I want to know if I've gotten everything. I mean, I guess I could just read... Well, no, you can't just... Aloe. You can't just read it online, because I've looked... And the Silent Hill wiki is not up to date on Silent Hill F. I have not been able to find a lot of things in it, unfortunately. Which, I mean, it takes time when a new game comes out. But come on, man! Back in my day, you guys would have been updated already. Like, what? It's been 3-4 months since the game came out? You'd have had it all online. Hi, pardon me. I'm breaking into your house. My bad. Sorry. Sorry, my bad. Make this bigger. I saw it was a pill and I still picked it up. That was stupid. I keep thinking I need to take pictures of things, but I did that last time in this playthrough, in previous playthroughs, so unless we find notes in Japanese I don't need to take screenshots. I need to go through the screenshots I've already taken. Which I keep forgetting about. Okay. Huh? Did I see this already? I think this was a magazine about being pretty or being a good wife or something, you know, the usual bullshit that this game gives you. You know how it is. Wait, drawer. Thank you. Maybe this is a way to practice my Japanese, and maybe eventually I'll learn what these symbols are if I play the game enough. Dive right into the deep end. I've been trying to get back into my practice because, you know, the surgery and moving, I stopped practicing for like months. So last week I started practicing again, and I actually remember a decent amount of what I did. Okay, so somebody climbed in the window. They knocked over the fan. Rude. They fell over, they took a nap, and they lost their face. Table over there. Okay, so maybe... someone climbs in. Knocks that thing over. Scary. There's a person sitting in that chair. They freak the fuck out. Try to get away, but they've been bloodied. They got hit while they were in the chair. They fell over here. Maybe the face is aimed like it's... That should be the face of whoever was sitting here. And someone from outside attacked. That's what happened here. Someone from outside attacked and shoved a key in their head. For some reason. Environmental storytelling. And the door's all fucked up, too. I keep picking up pills! What are those? Was he just having his, like, wafer snack? And look, the cup's knocked over. So he was just having a nice wafer snack. Some crazy monster comes in from the window, like, hiya, key to the head. Terrible way to go. Truly. crime epidemic of key attacks in this town. Ah, hello. Did you do it? She's actually missing her face. So maybe it's you. You were the victim, and now you've been transformed. So interestingly, I think all the creatures in this game are referred to as bakemono. I think that's what they said at one point. There's so many terms in Japanese for, like, oh, there's little flowers on it. Monsters? There's kind of different, like, umbrellas they can fall under. Bakemono is one of the more general ones that includes a vast kind of array of things. It could kind of include ghosts. It could kind of include, like, what we would call demons or gods or, you know. Bakemono, I think, literally translates to a thing that transforms. And there's this sense of, like, duplicity to it, because the transformation is misleading somehow. There's trickery involved. It's not just that it's transformed, it's that it's trying to convince you that it is something it is not. And that might be to lead you into, like, a false sense of security. It might, you know, you let your guard down and then maybe you get stolen from, or you get a trick played on you, or you get eaten, like, depending on the kind of creature. And, bakemono, I just said that real southern. Bakemono! Bakemono! I think that's what they call the kind of the monsters that appear in the town here. They are transformed things. And when you think in the context of Silent Hill, it makes it into, instead of a monster that changes shape, it's like a human that has been transformed into a monster. Which just pulls right back into the Silent Hill lore. They look like monsters to you. Are they people or monsters? And it makes the question even more confusing because bakemono doesn't answer that. It just says transforms. It doesn't say what it was originally. It just says it is transformed now. You know, a thing that transforms. I just think that's really, really delicious. They could have called it many other things. I don't know. I think that's really cool. Like, there's, I think yurei refers specifically to, like, spirits, dead things. No, okay, that's a comb. Yokai is actually a more recent kind of academic term that basically kind of covers the same thing that bakemono does, but is, it's a little more defined. Yokai has been used really heavily in academic circles to describe kind of the mythical creatures that aren't necessarily gods. Again, all these, like, these are very hard to define because it's all kind of, you know, religion gets very vague and layered. But yokai became really popular as a term in part because popular culture adapted it and started using yokai for, like, fiction and manga, like, starting in, like, the 60s or something. Ages, you know, decades ago, yokai became really popular as a term for monsters. I knew of yokai because of Inuyasha, which we're gonna keep talking about, apparently, because it's very much a touchstone of my childhood. And that's what they called in English, they were demons, but in Japanese, I think they were yokai. And I only knew that because in the fan fiction, they would call them yokai instead of demons sometimes. Or in Dojin, which, of course, I didn't read that. What? No. I don't actually think I've ever read Inuyasha Dojin. Pretty sure I read Final Fantasy Dojin, and that was it until I was an adult. Oh, where did the chatbot go? There it went. Oh, hi, Lobso! Don't they have a monster that's a leg? Yes. They have a monster that's everything in Japan. Literally everything. It's absolutely wild. Are Wikias even worth it anymore? Honestly, yes. Like, there are some that, really depending on who runs them, that are very useful and informational and have a lot of, like, good stuff in them. Wikipedia's great. I use wikis and Wikipedias all the time in my research because they organize things. Like, I can remember, you know, I'm reading about Greek myths, and I'm like, you know, it mentions such and such god, and I'm like, I don't remember who that is. Google it on Wikipedia. Wikipedia says, it's so-and-so, and I'm like, okay, I want some academic stuff on this guy, read some more in deep about him. I go down to the sources, and they can show me all these academic things. It's like, great, that's awesome. And you can also, there's multiple language Wikipedias, so I can go to Japanese Wikipedia and find way more information about a Japanese thing, you know. They're really, really useful. And more so as the internet goes to shit. Wikipedia and wikis sometimes are pretty great. The Silent Hill wiki tends to be pretty awesome in terms of recording Silent Hill lore in games and stuff. It's just slightly... It seems to be behind on this game. It has information about it, but like, I couldn't find links to what I needed. They may just not have updated like overall linkage. Like you pull on the little scroll bar and it lists all the different games, and Silent Hill F was not there. And I was like, what the fuck? Excuse you. Wanna know what that says? I wanna go in more houses! Kuma and Inuyasha's cuter. Shishomaru was my man. That was my first crush. And there was an Inuyasha video game on the PS2 that was a turn-based RPG, and it was kind of visual novel-y. It was literally a self-insert OC kind of thing. You played as a boy or a girl who also was a schoolmate of Kagome's, who also ended up falling in the well, and you end up traveling with the team, and there was a friendship/romance meter, like, point system where you could end up with like an ending with different characters. Friendship wise, like if you're the girl, you can't like romance Kagome, you know, but there were different romances you could get, and there was an ending for Shishomaru, and I never got to it, but I wanted it so bad. I mean, I was so into that, man. I never finished that game. It was genuinely a delight. It's actually one of those like weird obscure games I would not mind streaming one day. Because it's just, I really love that universe, and the game was fun. One day I will have to go back and play it. I think it was like the Curse of the Mask something, I don't know. It was basically a fanfiction made into a video game, and I'm so like, power to you. Everybody should do that. Every anime property should just make a video game that is a fan fiction. That just lets you date your favorite characters and insert your own OC. Do not steal. I know something sad's happening on screen, but we're just gonna ignore that. Pretty sure it's all gonna be the same, right? It's all gonna be the same until we get too much later. Did research on the word kashimashi, and it was a way of saying that women are noisy. Ooh, wow. Did I watch Three Daughters? See, what's Three Daughters? Oh, you mean Yashahime! I have not watched it yet. I haven't. I'm slow on anime, and I'm still finishing My Hero Academia, which I started 3 years ago. And I have other anime on the list, and Yashahime is one of them, but it's low on the list because I want to rewatch Inuyasha first. Because it's been years. Like, Inuyasha is one of the few anime I have watched the entirety of. That I have, like, it was fundamental. I had that poster on my wall for my entire childhood. That show was my jam, and I loved it. So the fact that there's like a sequel is really excited to me, but I want to refresh my memory, and that's gonna take forever. So like, it's gonna be a million years before I get to that show. But one day, oh man, one day. My Hero Academia and Jujutsu Kaisen and Trigun are probably the top of my list right now. Yashahime is something. I know Americans aren't very fond of it, from what I've heard, mostly because of what happens with Shishomaru's wife, but like, I saw that coming a mile away. Just a cultural like, that was gonna happen. Doesn't bother me, so if that's the problem, I won't care. I was spoilered. I knew what it was and I watched it. I saw the scene where Inuyasha and his daughter and Kagome, like, they all interact and they see each other for the first time in forever, and I genuinely got emotional, like, watching these two that I grew up watching with their baby, and like, like, as an adult, watching shows about adults and like teenagers and small children hits different now that I've like raised a child almost. Now that I've like helped multiple children reach grown age. being an uncle slash stepdad of sorts, like, it hits different. Oh. I hear you. There we go. I love easy mode! Yeah, that's part of the reason why My Hero is really something I'm into right now. The, like, kids and their sort of parental figures. Yashahime will probably hurt me when I get to that one, too. Jujutsu Kaisen, I'm more into, like, the monsters and stuff. The lore is interesting, but it is heavily martial arts based to the point that there were parts of the manga I legit could not read because I was like, you were just describing how to punch something for 3 pages. I'm really not into this. I love your lore. I love your characters. This is so many pages of descriptive punching. Which is a problem I had with Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. I could never watch too much of those shows because a lot of it was just people punching and other people explaining why the punching was cool. Jujutsu Kaisen kind of has that problem, but I think maybe watching it will be better than reading it. And I am really into the monsters of that show. It's pretty great. More with the story. See, I've luckily not been spoiled on Yashahime, so I don't know what goes on with the story. It's always difficult to continue something like Inuyasha, like, do the next generation. It's always hard to follow that up. How are you going to continue? It's like with Naruto and Boruto. I know a little bit more about that universe, and I kind of just am not into it. I think that one feels really disappointing because so much of Naruto was about how hard his childhood was and how much he wanted to prove himself. And as an adult, it kind of became part of, you know, he wanted to change things because he saw how bad things were for him and his friends. And then it feels like in Boruto, now he is the power structure. He's the Hokage. He's part of the system. And his son is, like, unhappy. So, like, everything's continued. Like, did anything change? And maybe it's not that bad. You know, maybe the story deals with some of that. But, like, from the outside, I'm like, really? I don't know. I would have liked it to have gone different. Like, seeing them all just kind of marry and settle down into the clans and raise their children to be ninja the same way they were raised. Like, it just feels like, did y'all not learn anything? I thought, okay. I don't know. I'm probably thinking too heavily about it. They just wanted to make another show about ninjas punching. Can I solve this without reading the English? Yes, yes. Very helpful. I need to change it. I need to go back. Here we go. Am I familiar with Avatar? Yes. That's another one that I haven't watched the sequel to because I've heard mixed things. I do know that the ending of Korra has lesbians in it, so that's really cool for them. But, like, making Toph a cop and, like, different... It's so hard to write a sequel, guys. When you try to continue it with the next generation, it's so easy to kind of erase what made people like it to begin with. Because it's, like... You have to create tension and problems to have an interesting story, but how do you do that without invalidating everything that came before? Like, what did they all suffer for if their kids were going to be as miserable as them? And it can be hard. Okay. Kudzu, respected by all and a leader of the people, was wed to Pine. Plum, loved by all, always at the center of the group, was wed to Bamboo. Chrysanthemum had no mate, spent their days studying under Kudzu, became known as the Sage of the East. Okay. Which direction's east? I've done this puzzle. I should remember this. You're the Chrysanthemum. You said he was... Okay, you're Bamboo. You're Kudzu, I think? You are Plum. You're the weird fish. You're Pine, because you have the little pine trees. You're the pine tree. Okay. Pine is the center of any group and is wed to Bamboo. Chrysanthemum studied under Kudzu, Sage of the East. So if that's east, maybe, and then Kudzu's above it, was wed to Pine. Plum was the center of the group. Oh, I misread that. So put that back there maybe, and Plum is the center. And Bamboo? What if we switch these? Ah! I had the east direction wrong. My bad. So those are bridal symbols. I talked about that in my video I did. The pine, the plum, the bamboo are like very common decorations. Was it pine, plum, and bamboo? Was it? Yeah, I think those were the three that were really common wedding decorations. I haven't done as much research into chrysanthemum yet. I feel like it's got to be something though, because if you look around town, I feel like most of the plants in town decorating like Ibisu Gauka are chrysanthemum, like what we would call in the South old lady ball bushes. That's what my dad called them. He said, those are your mother's old lady ball bushes. He wasn't fond of them. That's not the button, this is the button. I wanted to look around this room more, damn it. I shouldn't have solved the puzzle so fast. Alright, he's gotta let us out of this room. I forgot to put it back to Japanese, damn it. It's him! He caught me so gracefully. Ear. Symbol on ear. Need picture. Even closer. So many things to look up. And of course, the symbol on his jacket and all that is the kudzu, because he's the fox, and that goes back to Kuzunoha, which I also talk about in the video. The other symbol on his back, I don't know yet. I don't think I'm going to get to look at it. He's about to disappear, isn't he? Yep. Can I go back in the room? Can I turn around and look in the room? Let me look in the room! There he is. And of course the light's blue because it's Foxfire. And then he travels so fast. He's not gonna let me back in the room! Hey, those were actually little... I don't think I can look at anything around here. Rude. Oh. Wait, this is Shrine Path. Let's get what it is in Japanese. That was one thing I really wanted to get, was Japanese names of places in the shrine. Shrine Path. That probably, I think that is just the symbol for path and the symbol for... I can't look it up right now. It'd be too much. I don't think that's the... Just out of curiosity, real quick. Okay, yeah, so... That's not the symbol for Shinto shrine. Okay, what about Japanese Buddhist shrine? That's not the symbol for a Buddhist temple either. It looks unique. Hey, let's do it. Let's do this. We're playing this game for the millionth time anyway. I can do whatever I want. Kanji search draw. So there are very useful websites, if you did not know, that will let you draw the kanji so you can attempt to find it if you don't know what it is. We're going to try, see if I can draw what I think this looks like. It's very small. It looks like maybe like that. That might not be right. I don't think it looks like any of these. Let me try one more thing. Yeah, this website's better. Okay, so it's got like a line. And then it has two pieces that come down. And then it has like a thing that goes like this, and then that, and then that, and then that. And then on top it has like a thing that goes that way. And there's like a thing there. I can't tell if it's got something in the middle or not. Alright. Match the shape. That might actually be it! That might be it! What's this mean? Defeat? Going, coming, visit, die? What is this symbol? Okay, let me see if it'll let me put it in chat. So you can see what I think. Let's see if y'all agree. That's the symbol, I think. Yeah. Doesn't it look like it? What does Wiktionary say it means? Wiktionary is very useful. I really like it. My favorite of the Wikipedia things. Kanji, kanji, kanji. Jagged, uneven, carrot, ginseng? In Zen Buddhism, it means a gathering of Zen members in meditation, preaching, and invocation. So that could be something. It's the path to a Zen Buddhism something? That will take some more digging. That's very curious. Very curious. Thanks for waiting, sir. I really hadn't seen that symbol referred to as shrine. Like, it's translated as just shrine. So in Japanese, normally shrine, they're either referring to like jinja, which is like the term for a Shinto shrine, or crap, what's the one for the Buddhist one? There's another term for Buddhist shrine, neither of which I think is that symbol. I'm really curious about the terminology used on the maps in this other world, because I feel like it's going to be important to kind of give a little context for what they're trying to do, what this place is supposed to be. We still, yeah, it's going to be the same, I think, for this whole area. Pretty sure each time we come back, it's different. And look at that, more hydrangeas. The focus on the hydrangeas definitely has to mean something. I need to look up what they mean. Alright, I think I'm just supposed to keep following him for now. Oh yeah, we come over here. How long have we been playing? Only an hour, right? We have plenty of time. Bro, do you have to keep surprising me? I've had a rough day. There it is! The kaiken, I think it's called? That a samurai husband would give his bride in order to allow her to take her own life should she ever want a divorce. Wild. Divorce is not as impossible as that sound. Like, for samurai women, maybe. But it was not actually impossible for a woman to divorce at certain periods in Japanese history. Probably more difficult at certain times than others. And probably being a samurai would have made a big difference. Being a noble, probably, to a certain extent. Those lanterns are pretty. Ah, that was the word jinja! I think she said that, like, that, what is that shrine? I think that's what she said. Koko wa something nano jinja? I think all times are difficult for women. You could say, I think all times are difficult. That's also true. But yeah, definitely. I think we get in our heads an idea that, like, things are more firm than they are. History is a lot more flexible and variable, you know. Women were not literal prisoners. There were some examples of different, you know, things that women could do. At certain periods, I think later, this, what I've been reading about right now has been about the Kamakura period, which is like 1200s to 1500s. I think in the Edo period, it might have been a lot more difficult for women to divorce. I don't know if that says anything cool, but might as well. The jewel. It has the jewel. So the jewel is actually like a major Inari symbol. And it appears on all the flags and stuff too. That symbol I kept asking, like, what is that? It's supposed to be Inari's jewel. Am I playing on PS5? Yes. I tried playing this game on PC, and my PC farted and died. So we're not doing that. Yeah, there's always a problem with lack of record, and particularly lack of records of certain people in certain regions, you know? Like, I think we have a lot more on the upper classes of Japan than we do lower classes. Especially in certain eras, so yeah. And it's always easier to generalize, to be like, life was horrible for women and they could never get divorced. And it's like, well... Okay. Alright, now we have to go back, and I think we'll find a clue up ahead? If I remember right. Yeah, speaking of things getting lost and destroyed, Inari, the fox god that is, you know, so related to this game, what I believe is the oldest fox, like, Inari shrine, I think it's the oldest, or one of the first Inari Fushimi shrine. It was burned down during the Onin War, which is like 1100s, I think. Every record was lost. So a lot of Inari's history may actually just be gone. Like, we just don't know certain things. We still know a lot, I think, because it is just so widespread and has a lot of history in many different places. But as far as the history of that shrine, it's gone. Okay, this is the puzzle. Gotta change it. Oh. Oh, it's my friend. I don't want to fight you, man. Ew, you're drooling. God, these things are nasty. Most Best Buy PCs would probably have a hard time with it. How'd you know what I bought? Where I bought my game console, computer, whatever. I also really could not afford like a Uber console at the time. How does equip weapon? That's not it. Let's change language real quick. Not to Polish. Let's go this way. And then equipment. Sword! Stab him! What do I think these guys represent? I'm a little torn. I think these might be related to Kotoyuki. I'm not 100% certain because, again, I feel like I don't know everything about him. Like, is he who we're dealing with? Is he the fox? Or is the fox spirit completely taken over the human? Which I guess either way, he's the one that, like, lived trapped in the clan, I think. Like, I'm pretty sure these prisoners only show up in the other world where the fox is. So they're associated with Foxman. And they're prisoners with no faces. They're these big emaciated men. I think they are definitely related to him. Because the version that shows up in the real world is based on her experiences. They look like these perverted, pot-bellied, like, old men that try to grab her and lick her. But these guys aren't that. They're different. I think they're meant to represent Fox Guy. What was I gonna do? Right, I have to read the riddle in English. Shit, okay, now I guess I need to go find... Oh, and we can go to that creepy, weird, fucked up tree and look at that thing again. If that's a thing we wish to do. Where's Glizzy? Alright, the yokai of the carriage had their head removed. The yokai of the umbrella had their arms. So first step is we gotta find the different yokai. So this actually relates to the, was it called Tsukimono religion in this region that's mentioned in the notes? The fact that they, like, are respectful of old tools. Tsukimono is a term that refers to a broad umbrella of yokai that are created from items. The belief that, like, anything old takes on a spirit and kind of becomes conscious. If a item is used or owned by a human for like 100 years, it becomes a yokai, and it's called Tsukimono. And there are many yokai that fall under that umbrella, enough so that it's like half of the yokai come from that section. And most of the myths related to them have to do with typically a human that mistreats something, that has, you know, taken on a spirit and wants revenge. Or maybe sometimes an item that's treated well and might, like, want to reward the person. Or, like, it's usually an explanation for, like, this is an item that's been held in our family forever and ever, and this is what happened back in the day, and we treat it with respect now, because it's old. And these are those kind of, the Tsukimono of the carriage, the umbrella, and the kettle. They would all be considered Tsukimono. So carriage, umbrella, and kettle. I think the carriage would be first, right? Maybe I don't need to zoom in. And don't look like I see a carriage. Yeah, it looks like, I think maybe that's supposed to be kudzu. Then we have fire, we have a snake, a turtle, and a bird. We have lightning. Whatever the hell. Oh, the flying head has got to be related to the myth about the dragon. The dragon's flying head. The lightning is the lightning that struck the tree. The fire probably maybe related to the tree. The kudzu's related to the foxes. The turtle, the bird, and the snake appear in one of the riddles, but I'm not entirely sure. The bird might be related to her, because that's her name. The snake could be related to the dragon myth, because snakes and dragons are really heavily associated in Japanese myth. Is that monster back? Bro, the cat might just be a cat. I don't know what the cat could be related to just now. The chrysanthemums keep popping up. They mean something. And of course, the dead tree's the previous, like, tree god. Oh, there's two birds. There's a crane. There's a black and a white bird, just like in the myths about her. Her white bird, black bird thing. Bro, can I talk for a minute? He's coming for me. He's coming to get my ass. Long neck woman. I gotta be related. I think I connected that to the Chizuruya because I think there was something related to her name that was similar to the name of the store, but I'm not 100% on that yet. And really, it has, like, that monster has been not at all in the lore, even though it prominently showed in that trailer for a second, so I'm really not sure what she's related to yet, other than being, like, another cool monster that shows up in the background. But I wonder if these all don't have something to do with the lore, since so many of them seem really connected. I don't know which one I'm supposed to be looking at. This tea kettle, carriage. At least the guy hasn't come over to see me. Oh, there he is! It's the umbrella guy down here. Alright, we found umbrella. So now we need tea kettle and carriage. Hi. I'm taking stupid risks because I'm on easy mode and like, oh, okay. Yeah, look, he not only wears, like, chains on his hand, he's got an actual, like, lock on his neck. Okay, I want to go this way. And also, I'm going to put the language back again. Franca? No. Is this where I want to go? No. I want this way. Is there? Yeah, I need to go this way. And then over here. I want to go look at the creepy tree again. What's that? Oh. Okay, what's this way? Just a rock in the lake? Another thing I find really interesting, there's this heavy theme with water. We're like landlocked. And I didn't see a lake in the actual like overworld town. Presumably there is a lake somewhere, or maybe, you know, it's all the water underground. But the other world is so full of water. Okay, here, warning for freaky ass tree. God, I actually really don't like that. Oh. Why did I come back here? I really hate it. Ugh. Is there a way to, like, examine it? No. I think part of the revenge diary was back here. And we already got it. So I guess there's nothing to, like, examine here. God, I hate that. Why is the tree eyeballs? Why did I come back here? Oh, good. There's a friend. Okay. I need to go all the way over. Oh, hi. The tree from Poltergeist? I don't remember. I just remember, wasn't there like a swimming pool full of coffins or something like that? The coffins all just started popping out of the ground. Because they built it on a... that was what it was. They like bulldozed a cemetery, and instead of telling people, they just moved all the coffins and didn't, you know, put houses over top them. So all the people were like, hey, fuck you. How dare you. Ah! Sir, I'm busy. Can you leave me alone, please? It's so funny how much they let you get away with on easy mode. He's just standing there letting me swipe at his head. Oh, okay, there's the path. Hmm? Probably seen that one. Might as well take a picture. This way. Item. Save point. Okay. Eh? Now we gotta find either the carriage or the kettle. I don't see it there. Eh? Hmm. Da. Not seeing it. Hello? Maybe it continues over here. Kettle or carriage? Kettle or carriage? Ah! You're different. What are you?
と一つ。
I think she just said one more. I think Hitotsu's like one. Alright, we got it! Oh, hello. Speaking of, one more. I already looked at you. Yeah, I have. Hello! Closer. Whee! I will say, I actually have really grown to love the difficult mode of this game. Like, I'm kind of missing it right now. If it weren't for the fact that I really want to see all the lore, I would probably put it back on hard. And I definitely foresee myself doing a hard mode playthrough in future. I'm really, I know last week I was complaining about how much I had to play this game, but I'm just wanting to keep playing this game. I'm just wanting the lore now. I want to continue playing it knowing all the things. I'm impatient. Did I miss a section? Is that what I did? Do I need to go back over there? I think I do. Yeah, UFO ending on hard is probably what we'll end up doing. Hard mode speedrunner. Will I play along today? Probably not. I'm currently trying, I'm on a like life routine trying to lose weight to get back down to what I was before my surgery. And I'm hungry all the time. So I just get irritable eventually. I probably won't continue for hours and hours. Tomorrow, I think I'm gonna try and do a longer one. It really depends because I've gotten so into researching this. I want to work on a video tomorrow, and then probably we're going to stream for the rest of the day. Probably around 2-ish, I think. So, oh, there's a carriage. Yosh. I think that means like yes. I don't know. It's like celebratory. Yosh. Rock Lee says it, I think. Yeah, so how long have we been playing right now? I want to keep going a little bit more. But I'm probably going to have to quit soonish. Yeah, we still got a little more time. I gotta go check on my chili. I made chili for dinner, but it's probably not going to be ready tonight because I waited too late. My bad. I kept getting distracted. Look at the foxes. Are they all wearing ropes? That's interesting. I've seen a lot of stuff about the foxes wearing bibs. I guess the ropes are Shimenawa. That would be like... But they don't have the paper on them. I don't know. That's weird. I don't know if I've seen that. So, in foxes, in the, like, Inari... lore. Again, that's the wrong word for religion, but like traditions, I guess is the word I'm thinking of. There's typically 2 foxes in front of an Inari shrine, which is, you know, that follows the tradition of like 2 guardian animals that I think comes from Korean dogs, the statues. Like a shrine will have 2 guardian animals in front of it. Inari shrines will have foxes because foxes are Inari's animal, and they will typically have 2 items. Not always, but typically they will have the jewel, which is what is in this fox's mouth. And usually they will have like a key or a scroll. There's a couple other things it could be. The key and the scroll are the most common. In this game, you will end up seeing a fox with a jewel and a fox with a key. It's always a pair of a male and a female fox. Could you wait? Sir, I'm talking. I hear you out there. Yeah, you, wait a minute. It's always a male and female fox. And if you look and you try to talk to, like, Inari priests or, like, canonical religious documents, they'll say, Inari's very associated with wish fulfillment, and so they'll say, like, the jewel is the wish, it's what you pray for, and the key is the key that unlocks that wish, but you have to unlock the door yourself. When Inari gives you, you know, that kind of, like, religious kind of, you know, you gotta kind of work for it. It's very religious, uplifty kind of thing. The jewel in Buddhism is a womb. Keys are dicks. It's a fox, a male and a female fox. It's a sex thing. And this whole game's about marriage and partnership. Like, it's a sex thing. Try to make it sound all like, oh yes, this is the key to your... Yeah, no, it's about sex. It's humans. It's always about sex. Like, even before I was reading about it, and I was like, huh, that sounds like sexual symbolism. And not a page later, the text I was reading was like, it's probably sexual symbolism. And it's like, yeah, you can see that from space. Even the fox itself, like, it burrows underground. Underground in the earth are wombs, earth, fertility, you know, feminine. The fox is already considered feminine because of the whole association with yin and Taoism. Like, there's a lot of sexual symbolism going on with the fox and with this game. Okay. Now I gotta solve this puzzle again. And I don't remember how I solved it the first time. Frick. I feel like, was it that one? I feel like it can't be that and that. Nope. Something. I guess I have to go back to English again. I keep going the wrong way. Okay. Yokai the carriage had their head removed. So the yokai the carriage, I think it is the one in the circle, because the circle, or maybe it's the one at the end, because it's like got a body and not a head. Japanese media is more open sexually than America. A lot of culture. European culture is more open sexually than America. One of America's many, like, if you chase the roots of our problems, a lot of it comes down to Puritans founded this country, and Puritans were weird as fuck and hated sex. And, like, even me, I notice in my day-to-day life, I react to some things in a way that I consciously think, why am I so, like, repressed about that? That's really foolish. And this is my, like, inner Puritan, you know, just growing up in this country, you get really repressed and anxious about any kind of sexuality ever. Like, two people kissing on TV and you're like, why are they doing that? You know, it just very big problem here. Okay, the circle with the ones coming out the bottom might be the one with the arms. And then the triangle, maybe? Nope. I didn't mean to do that. This one's missing legs. This one's missing arms. And this one's missing head. Okay, I think maybe this... Maybe it's the snake? I can't get this? Come on! Yokai the carriage had their heads removed. I feel like it's gotta be the circle with the two lines. Yokai the umbrella had their arms removed. Well, the triangle looks the most like the umbrella. Okay, what's the bottom? Yokai the kettle. Could it be the square? I don't know! I know I solved this before. I don't remember if I had to look it up. Silent Hill F. What's this? The treasury door? It's like the shrine treasure room? Door puzzle. This might bring it up. Shinto puzzle guide. Shrine vault puzzle guide. I think that's where we are. Okay, we're having the most complex. Okay, so this one I had right. This one I guessed earlier. For some reason, this one's the snake? What the fuck? I don't know. That last one got me. How do I feel about the new Silent Hill movie? I mean, okay. Look, it's the key! The key, the penis, that is gonna go with the jewel over there. And I think, isn't Foxman gonna show up and say, I made this special for you? He made his penis for us, guys. Stone key. Shit, I should have fucking done it in Japanese, damn it, no! Fuck. You accept my penis? He gives her the key because it's the fucking phallic symbol! I'm a child. I'm an infant. Don't trust him! Don't trust his penis! Don't do it! And those foxes kind of look foxy. They're like, hey. The other ones are just standing there. Damn it, stop doing things so I can like walk around and look at shit. Damn it. Stop triggering cutscenes. I wanna look. Can I go this way? Ah, excuse me. I can go this way. Yeah, so far it's looking like Silent Hill 2 Remake's not gonna get DLC. I kind of thought it would. I don't think this game's going to. But I really kind of thought, because Silent Hill 2 Original had, like, an entire, like, updated game with extra content, it kind of made sense to include the Maria story as extra content. I don't know. I don't know why they didn't. Time, budget, I don't know. Konami may not have allowed it. Yeah, so here we go. We put the male symbol in the fox, so now the male and female fox are the way they're supposed to be. And the doors will open. Inari is spelled I-N-A-R-I.
だが、こちらの扉は聖域へ入ることを許された者にしか開かれない。
私は入っていいの？
もちろんだとも。君を招くために今日がある。まだ少し歩かねばならないが、しばし休もうか。
大丈夫です。
疲れたらすぐに言いなさい。では、行こうか。
You want a fifth new ending to force me to play again? We still have a UFO ending. I don't know. I feel like DLC and that kind of stuff is related to like the owner of the brand would have to come to them and be like, we want to do this. They wouldn't be able to just do it on their own, and I don't see Konami doing that, you know? I don't know. Maybe. But so far, it doesn't look it. Though I guess, I think there's rumor, I don't know if it's confirmed, that they're in talks to have Bluebird do more Silent Hill games, so maybe that's why there's no DLC, because they're already working on another project. They do seem really focused on the idea of having one new Silent Hill a year, so less interested in expanding projects they already have, which is kind of a shame. Especially since there's so many different teams. Like, you could easily have this team be working on a DLC, or an upgrade, or just a patch, while another team's making a new game. I think the current rumor is Townfall might be next. But we don't know. I don't think anything's been confirmed and probably won't be for months yet. I know at one point there was a rumor that a Silent Hill 1 remake was happening, but I don't think that's confirmed. Is Foxmask handsome or are you basic? Both can be true. The internet loves Foxmask. They should remake 4. I don't think they're gonna, because 4 is just not as big. Like, 1 is the game that made their reputation. Like, it invented the game, you know? And 3 would make less sense unless you made 1 first. So, even though I would love in my soul for 4 to be remade, I really think it will be 1. Alfred, what are you doing? Hello, folks joining us. Kind of feel like the key is the key to his heart. It's not, though. It's the key to his penis. It's literally... It's what it is. It's 100% confirmed? It's confirmed? Silent Hill remake's happening? Where did confirm happen? I missed that. Granted, that yeah, I could believe I would miss it because my last couple months have been busy as hell. I hear a Batman! You hungry? I'll get you some food. Here you go. Batman doesn't trust me because Batman's on a diet and I keep taking food away from Batman. So every time I walk over with food, she runs and hides like she thinks I'm gonna like kick her out of the room. You arrived just in time, Akatsuki. You missed the whole conversation about how this game has dick symbolism in it. Foxmask just symbolically gave us his dick. Okay, put it back on Japanese. How many pets do I have? A dog and 3 cats. Batman and Alfred are siblings, and they're about 4 years old. I'm gonna take a picture of that. I haven't seen that one before. And Bob is our older. He is almost 12. He is ancient. And Lola should be, I think, 6 or 7 this year. That's our dog. All of them were rescues. Found somewhere. Somebody gave them to us, you know. That kind of thing. I'm once again wondering, where are all these items that I've missed supposed to be? I haven't seen any Emma. I've seen you. I haven't seen any documents we've missed. I don't know where I'm supposed to poke around to find missing stuff. Hi. Did I hit you? Is that romance or just sex for Japanese? What do you mean? If you mean about the key and the orb, that's more generally just, these are 2 symbols that have been associated with Inari for hundreds of years. Theories as to what they are and why they're associated vary. I'm joking about my certainty with this. It's all interpretation based on tradition. In Buddhism, the jewel is specifically a symbol of the womb, of kind of life and creation. There's a lot of like reasons that in Buddhism the jewel specifically is related to the feminine and to the womb. And the jewel is in the Inari's jewel is a onion shape, which is the same as the Buddhist jewel. So like it's obviously a Buddhist jewel. It's kind of got that connection, that association. And the key, like I said, Inari priests will tell you it's like the key opens the treasure box that has what your wishes are in, and like that's one interpretation. It's just, it's a very obvious phallic symbol, and when you put it next to a womb symbol and the foxes holding it are specifically a male and female fox, and you look at Inari, and Inari is a god associated with rice, but rice is, it's not just food, you know, plants, that's fertility, that's growth, that's life, so that's also kind of ties into sexual themes, and so that's kind of where the idea comes, the theory that it is related to fertility and sexuality. And foxes themselves were already connected to fertility and sexuality in Japanese tradition, so saying that the key and the orb are a penis and a... You know, that's not far off, really. And I think in terms of this game, it makes a lot of sense because this game is about marriage and weddings and romance. So having the key and the orb represent the male and the female... And the game specifically says the key is something he made for her. Like, it associates it with him. Is obviously, they're pulling on that tradition of the symbols. Even if, you know, religiously the symbols can be more vague than that. This is the version of those symbols that they're pulling on. Alright, I came from this way. Again, I'm just trying to poke around and see if I can find anything I've missed. Try and find these items and notes and things. At the very least, I know I'm missing Emma because I still can't use my points, and I still have a bunch of points I haven't filled out. What is my favorite aspect of Silent Hill Downpour? What makes it great despite being from the Western era? The way you phrase that is like being Western is immediately bad. I know what you're saying, it just sounds funny. I love the openness of the map and the kind of exploration and finding side quests and side things that are just tucked away in the town that really make it feel alive and haunted in a way that to this day, like, it's hard to match. As a town, Silent Hill Downpour is probably still my favorite version of the town. And it's a real shame that more modern games haven't kind of tried to emulate that style. Silent Hill 2 does a little bit, but it doesn't have like that side quest element to it. This game has a little bit of it going on where you can kind of poke around and find things, but as I've been complaining this whole time, not enough of it. I want more things to poke around and find. Downpour is still the king of that. Combat's a little messy, and you could do a little trimming on the story, but damn, if exploring and playing it is not the funnest shit. Still way up there. Probably, I think 4 is my favorite above Downpour. Now, I think solely for the fact that as like a complete package, 4 stands out a little more to me, whereas Downpour is a little messier. Like, there's very little about 4 I would change. Even though it is a hot mess, like, it's a hot mess that works. And I love it for exactly what it is. Whereas with Downpour, the things that I have issue with, I would probably change. I would alter up some of the monsters. I would change a little bit of the combat. And alter the ending that makes the story not make sense. One of the endings is, like, a hot mess. Yeah, there's a lot of ambiguity in Japanese storytelling. That is one of the reasons I think it appeals to me, especially in horror. Like, ambiguity in horror is so good. So, like, Japanese storytelling was kind of already primed to tell great horror. And one of the reasons I think that their horror stories really work outside of Japan. Does Silent Hill Homecoming have redeeming? Oh, yeah! It has a lot of redeeming. I made a whole video about how I really, really liked it. The lore and stuff is really cool. The characters, they needed to change up some things with the character writing and the way they are presented. The main character specifically, Alex, comes across as so flat. There's so much more they could have done with him, and they need to alter a little bit of that. They need to alter some of this, like, you know, he was never really a, like, I can tell you, I grew up in a town with ROTC, which is you go to high school and you study, you go to military class. And those kids I was one of them, because you got out of PE, and the kids that were serious about it went to boot camps. They went to military camps. They spent their weekends training. Like, those kids could fight. And you could easily have had Alex be an ROTC kid who just knew that shit as an explanation for why he knows combat, without the whole story of, he's a soldier, but he's not a soldier. Like, that would have explained it easy, and you wouldn't have had to do that weird, cheesy ripoff of Silent Hill 2. So yeah, there's some things I would change in that one too, but man, it's also... All the Silent Hill games are above and beyond... I say this every time people ask. Like, they're all, like, above and beyond a lot of the horror out there, and they have so much fun religious stuff to explore that many horror games just don't touch. Yeah, the ROTC kid thing would have been the exact explanation they were looking for, and they just, I don't know why, didn't go for it. Seriously, those kids are absolutely nuts. I really wonder where some of those people are now. They were serious about that shit. Everyone knows Silent Hill 2 is the only Silent Hill. I know. That's why that's the only one that makes me money. Which is a damn shame, because I'd love to stop talking about it. If only because I want to talk about other ones! I'm really sad that Silent Hill F, like, it doesn't seem like it's getting... I mean, again, it's people's tastes and like what you want, but it's a shame that I was really hoping Silent Hill F... maybe it's just me, maybe it's my audience is just full of millennials that refuse to watch anything except Silent Hill 2 videos. Maybe other horror people, YouTubers, have had better luck. And I've also, it's weird, I can't fully judge my algorithm right now because I've had such a weird year and had to take so much time off, so I don't know. Once I start posting more regularly, it might change. I have a video, I hope it'll be done this weekend. But I have quite a few in the pipeline for Silent Hill F. And I do need to go back and make at least a few more on Remake. I know a lot's not going to be different, because Remake's just Silent Hill 2 again. But there were differences. There were some definite lore additions to that game. And it literally came out, like, right at the peak of me getting sick. So I only made, like, 2 videos about it, I think. Oh, I've been this way. I still need to play a bunch of the Silent Hill side stuff. Like, arcade and a bunch of other things. And there's a bunch of fan games that I think it'd be fun to try one of these days. Are these, like, diseased carrots? Bro, what did you do to your carrots? To get off of Silent Hill 2. Inuyasha, plans for 2026. What got you into Japanese culture? What do you want to talk about? Man, what got me into Japanese culture is definitely anime. I just grew up with it everywhere. I should be remembering to put things in the shrines. Where's the shrine? Where's the shrine? Definitely anime. I grew up watching anime, Toonami and Adult Swim as a kid, and reading the comics from the library. So I got into Japanese culture that way. And, is that healing? That's healing. These can go. These can go. Not that I need any of this, because I have no way to use the points! The problem, some wanted this game to explain everything on a first playthrough. Yeah, that's always... And the thing is, it's a valid... Like, we all have lives. We all have shit to do. So, like, I get it. It's valid to feel like, man, I wanted to know, but I don't have time to play this game 4 times, you know? But, I mean, it's just, this is what it is. You can go read it online or watch somebody else play it. Plans for 2026. Well, obviously, I really want to actually make videos again. I'm doing a million times better health-wise. I am not what I would call recovered to what I was before. Like, I can remember when I was physically active and stuff. So I'm, like, trying to get back to that point. But I'm, like, alive. I can do shit, which is more than I was a year or 2 ago. So I want to get into actually posting videos, writing more, posting books, selling books. Besides Silent Hill F, a lot of horror games have come out lately that I've just fallen behind. Alan Wake 2, Still Wakes the Deep, Toyama's new game that came out like a while back and I never got to play. There's a ton of stuff that I am just way behind on because, again, like, the last 2 years have been wildly busy. I wonder if her flinch from him was meant to be something. Was she flinching, like, instinctual fear of being hit? Are we wondering? Did her dad hit her? I mean, her dad threw a knife at her. It is not far-fetched to wonder if he physically... I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. Right now, I'm focusing on trying to really finish Silent Hill F and all the stuff I've been researching on it, because I really love this game. I mean, it's Silent Hill and it's Japanese religion. Like, I was gonna be obsessed. I told y'all, like, it definitely was gonna be obsessed. Oh, hey! Fatal Frame. Fatal Frame comes out next month, right? That's the next big thing. I'm gonna be so into that. That's gonna be my jam. I don't know how much new stuff I'll have to say about it, because it's another one of those, like, remakes where I've talked about the original, but I haven't talked about Fatal Frame 2 as much as I have Silent Hill 2, so I'll probably have stuff to say. Maybe an updated video. Alright, I can go into this guy's house, but we already have done that. I guess I can check it out again. And this is the doctor's house. You go in here and it's all messed up, and it looks like maybe a monster got him. There's a monster. And some blood. Did I ever get a close-up on this for what year, calendar, whatever? Yeah, there's almost no way to tell, is there? Wait. 7 something? 27? Does that mean it's the 27th of the 10th month? Is that what it's saying? It's really hard to read. I can see the symbol for month. And the symbol for fire. Okay. One second. This is a really old calendar. I don't want that far back. I don't want that. I want normal... Okay. Is there a month with fire? No. Maybe it's not fire? Maybe it's like... I can't tell! Oh wait, there's actual names for the month. Like, titles. Okay. Month of Love. Month of Changing Clothes. New Life. Flowers. Early Rice. Month of Water. Month of Erudition. Month of Leaves. Long Month. Month of the Gods. Yeah, I don't see one with fire, which is what... That's what that is. And then that kind of looks down there. It's too messed up. Maybe they just wanted it to be vague and didn't want to say for sure. I like certain numbers. I like knowing when things happened. I think I did a whole video way back in the day where I tried to figure out the exact, like, year and month that Downpour happened in. Because Downpour had calendars. And I was like... This calendar is for the month of October, and it has this many days that ends on a Friday. And this year is the year that, you know, going wild with it. Probably putting more thought into it than the devs did. They were just like, oh, look, it's a PNG of a calendar. Let's put that in our video game. In Japanese culture, you don't hug unless it's private. Wow, is that true? There are many, many anime... video games too, I think. There have been moments where I've been like, just hug them, you know, family or whatever. It's like, they won't do it. I know that there's a lot of like Asian dramas I've watched where the main love interests never kiss. I'm guessing it's maybe kind of like that, like you just don't do it in public. Is there gonna be nothing in the drawers because I've already explored this house? I got a key that said Alpha on it. You can actually kind of see what's in the box over there. Ew. Great. I didn't want to look at that. Yeah, I don't think there's any notes. I wonder if all those eyeballs are related to the fact that that tree was full of eyeballs. Is this doctor somehow related to Eyeball Tree? What did you do, Dr. Man? I need to reread the notes from him. What, it's just the doctor's eyeball collection? You know! Every doctor's got an eyeball collection. What else could it possibly be? What was the key for? Was that just for his front door? No. Oh, maybe it was for the room that locked upstairs. It's considered disrespectful. Huh. Okay, my key's not working. Am I gonna have to go into English and... Oh! Maybe I was supposed to come in here first. And now I open? Okay, it's stuck. What was the key I picked up? Drawer key. Okay. Was it for something in here? Oh. Yeah, I think there was a note or something in there the first time I came through. Can I go in here now? And then this is like the doctor's office, and it's weird and fucked up. What did the doctor do? It's always the doctor. Always the doctor. Got a weird little guy. Claw marks. Just take one out. I got another guy. I don't need any more points. Are those unique pictures? I don't think I've seen the picture of the guy just sitting there before. Room's all scratched up. A fox got in. And of course, another bloody window. Very bloody. Like, he did. And there's, like, files. I think I already tried looking back here and I didn't see anything. Wait, there's a letter. There's a symbol. I think that's the symbol for sound. Which tells me nothing! Yeah, I don't think there's anything else to find in here. I think I can just go now. Hi! Ow! I'm really glad y'all don't damage me much anymore. Am I healthy enough to go to Japan? Maybe? I still need to get my freaking passport, which is a lot of money, and I keep putting off getting it, which is stupid because it's gonna take forever. But I do really want to go visit my friend Lindsay this year, who lives in Japan. I really need to get the money. One day. My plan right now, I just gotta get into like a weekly posting schedule. And now that we're finally, the holidays are over, unpacking is done, I'm generally healthy, like, life should be normal and I should have the time to do it. It's just now, this game is like, there's so much to research. It feels like starting from scratch, you know? I don't know, there's just so much I've read like 4 full-on books about Japanese yokai lately. And it just took days of just reading. Wasn't even like working on the script or the video, just reading books. Very old, dry books and academic journals. Oh no, I'm not doing, no. I have money and things, it's just, you know, prioritizing saving for specific expensive things, that's all. I am in no need of funds. Unless you would like to buy my books, which are in the links below. And I probably will have one for Silent Hill F at some point, because this looks like it's going to have a lot of research I'm going to need to put somewhere. I was going to do them all in order, but I guess Silent Hill F's just going to be out of order. I do have some work for the Western games done, it just is not... I have not worked on it as hard because I know I am way... Ah, my sword! I am way more interested in Japanese religion than I am... like, Western traditions. It just is less interesting to me. Mostly, I think, because I just spent, like, 5 years in college. I don't know. I got more into the Eastern stuff after all that. I'm still into it. I still could, you know, research it. Obviously, it comes up in my videos, but I just find the Eastern stuff more interesting. Probably because it's less relevant to my daily life. Like, I don't walk around looking at how Shinto has fucked up American society. So it's less stressful, I guess? Ha, I know what that meant. Nani means what? Okay. Can't go that way. That was where my sword was. Don't think I can explore much down there yet. We're probably gonna have to call it soon, because I need to go check on my dinner. America feels less cultural. No, it's very cultural. It's just that a lot of it gets, in the mainstream, gets washed out. Like, they don't want you to think that, they want to appeal to the broadest swath of Americans. And Americans are very different. Like, Americans from the Southeast and Americans from the Northwest, they are very cultural people. They have a culture. They have traditions, they have folklore, but, you know, the Marvel movies on TV are just gonna have superheroes punching each other and making quips. Like, you're not gonna see, like, really localized, interesting storytelling. You really gotta kind of look to find that in the mainstream. There really is a sense of, like, American culture's just kind of, like, bland and not really, like, it's just less deep. And it's not. It's really deep. It's just you're looking for, like, are you looking for Appalachian culture? You know, California, New York. Like, there's, it's more specific than America. Like, even for myself, like, moving further south, you know, Atlanta's very different from where I grew up, and it has its own, you know, unique history. Like, the people, it's very different. Like, the things that are a problem in the American South feel a lot more alive in Atlanta. Like, the fact that Atlanta was burned down is still, like, a major, like, they talk about it. Like, it's a thing. People are like, yeah, they burned down the whole city, you know, and there's, like, the road that leads into a very close, like, named for, like, Civil War generals. Like, that stuff is very alive, you know, and that's the local kind of folklore, culture, history. And then, of course, also there's a lot more modern, like, civil rights and different things that have happened down here. So yeah, you can find American culture. It's just, it's gonna be very, you know, you gotta look more specifically at certain regions or places or people. Midwesterners think New Englanders are tourists from England. That's not wrong. If you want to know, like, I feel like New England culture, watch the Judge John Hodgman podcast. It can feel a lot like America has less or no culture, in part because if you're comparing yourself to, like, Japan, like, the records of a nation kind of called Japan go back, you know, a few thousand years. China, records of a China go back a few thousand years. America, you know, the records are only 500 years old. But, you know, that doesn't necessarily mean the culture or the people are, you know, don't have anything going on there. Just different. Okay, I gotta go all the way back down here to save. Probably gonna call it there for tonight, because I gotta go check on my chili, and I'm very hungry. Tomorrow, I'll work on video. I doubt I will finish it, but hopefully by Sunday. And then we will stream, probably 2 or 3 o'clock. I'll post it on the Discord. We'll play more of this. And I'll try to figure out, see if I can find a better way to keep track of what items I'm missing. Yeah, also, yeah, like, look at, like, Native American history. Like, I get, we want to kind of split that up because it is sort of dealing with different cultural groups, but, like, there were major cities in the United States before 500, like, there were incredible kind of, sort of, what we would think of as modern civilizations that were, like, in the Louisiana area. Like, they're just places that don't exist anymore. I think even before England got here, because I think Spain was first, and then Spain kind of left, and then we came. And so, like, there's a lot. Just, you know, you probably weren't exposed to it because, you know, priority given to certain cultures over others. And the idea that, like, oh, well, they were just backwards and we got... No, there was, you know, we're backwards, whatever, but, like... Anyway. Thank you all for watching. I'm tired. We will be back tomorrow sometime in the afternoon with more Silent Hill F. I will have a Silent Hill F video in the next couple days talking more about foxes, fox lore and Inari and all that. Trying to think of anything else. Books are now, I should be listed for sale under all my YouTube videos, which I think is pretty nifty. Should be adding more to that eventually. I will give Bob your love. If you like what I do and want to support it, memberships are there. There's Patreon and also YouTube membership. Thank you so much to those who do that. It's amazing of you. Social media links in the description, Discord if you want to keep up with everything, and Blue Sky is basically the thing I use. That's all I can think of. So until next time, bye guys!